As you can see, it's my day off today, so I thought I'd do it me, myself and I. We're going to do this, but as to be said, I never thought of me than this, I never thought of me than this, I'd have to another moron. Not calling me a moron, by the way, but moron to the morons that won this country. That being Neil Starman. And I thought of me than this, I'd have to with this fucking idiot, but want to do. Doesn't mean I'm going to beat bus and butter. Doesn't mean I'm going to kiss the man's arse and I'll praise him. We all know he's a lying bag of shit as well, right? And he's also an idiot. But he did make a good point when he said it should be an election and it should be up to us, the working man, the working woman, fuck it, the working job. Now, as we all know, we have good news and we have shit news. The good news is Boris Blumering Johnson did not get his moment in the light. The dickhead what fucked our country up, the dickhead what put a tier system on us, the dickhead what fucking blumbled on, and if I decided to get a second-hand cheap checkle, he did not get his moment in the light. And I'm kind of happy. I'm happy. I don't get how so many people can go down on him, fucking suck him, and treat him like he's a fucking saint, a hero, and whatever else. The man what told us not to have a party, not to go and see our loved ones if they're in hospital and they're dying. But he went and had a party at our expense and everyone was kissing the man's ass like he was a fucking Superman. And I don't fucking get it. But happy to say that blundering fucking buffoon did not get in. And I'm kind of happy. I saw a photo of him. You know what he reminds me of? Remember Raiders of the Lost Ark? And you had all the villains in it. And you had one villain that had a bald head. And it's like that burn on his hand. And they got him told. You know, he burns his hand and he picks that necklace up and he burns his hand and goes, ah! And he has that cheapy looking face. Well, that's what Boris Blumering Johnson looks like. Oh, no, difference is he's got a worse who done his fucking hair, but Toad's face from Raiders. I'm just hoping that somehow he opens that fucking golden box and it makes his fucking face melt like in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Because I fucking swear he looks like Toad. How the fuck does this arsehole impregnate so many women is a miracle of modern science. He's already been unfaithful. Let people think that guy's a fucking hero. If people think I'm just blummering on myself and you think I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, there's a good thing on YouTube and it shows you the history of Boris Blumering Johnson. A man who had his first job in a paper round and got the sack for lying. Sounds familiar to somebody, I know that. A man, when he was in school, was a school bully. Sounds like, meh, very nice. And he was going to get somebody beaten up, but you know, all mouth and no action, never happened. But a man what lied, and lied to a nation. I wonder who that sounds like, Boris the Dollis. I wonder who that sounds like. So if you look him up on YouTube, I do not get how so many people wanted that blooming buffoon as our Prime Minister. But speaking of buffoons, speaking of idiots, we now got Sonny, the Exchequer, as our Prime Minister. Now, this trust would have stuck to a word, helped us have our economical crisis, big word for me, helped us out of our fucking the economy. She might have stayed in, but she was one of these, she was forever moving the pole. What I mean by she was forever moving the pole, when she said she was going to do something, she did the opposite. I'm not going to help the rich, I'm going to help the rich. I'm going to help people in their work, meaning they'll get extra pay. Oh, I changed my mind. Oh, I'm going to help people get out of this and help the younger people in the houses and mortgages. Now changed my mind. She changed her mind more times than she changed her fucking knickers. Seriously, she did. And that's why this trust got fucked off. So now we've got the Exchequer, Mr. Sonny, right? That's his fucking name, right? He used to be the Exchequer. This is a man who was brought up rich. This is a man who came from a public school. Now I've got another intense someone's reputation. But this man does not know poverty. This man has never worked with the working class. This man hasn't got a fucking clue what it is like to fucking sell a fucking arm and a leg to live. This is a money man. A money man. And it shows he's a money man. This man's never fucking worked and had a proper day's job in his fucking life. And he was on this today, making his pronouncement, and it kind of pissed me off because I felt he was patronising. Mr. Sonny, if that's your name, our new Prime Minister, I already don't like you. I think you're a patronising ponce. There you have it. I already don't like him. I thought he spoke to us, the people, patronising. He didn't even talk to us. He didn't even talk to us. He fucking patronised us and spoke to us and spoke down to us like we're a bunch of little kids. We're a bunch of little boys and a bunch of little girls. Well, Mr. Sonny, fuck you. I'm no little fucking boy. I'm a man. And as a man to man, I personally think you're a fucking ponce. There's not once did this fucking puppet, and I will call him what he is, this puppet spoke to us like human beings. Not once did he turn around and say what he's going to do to help us out the financial crisis. Oh, I'm going to work night and day. That's why you're the fucking exterminator. So he patronised us. Talk like that. Very, very patronising. And oh, how he loves certainty. How he loves them. Because they're a bunch of arseholes like him. They're a bunch of overpaid salesmen and saleswomen. And after he patronised us, he got up after he made his pretty little speaks and spoke to us all like little boys and little girls and fucked off. And today he's visiting the king for a nice cup of tea, where we're all suffering poverty, going through financial crisis. This fucking ponce is there to make fucking pretty speeches. I won't call him a ponce. I'll call him a ponce. Because at the end of the fucking day, this suit, and that's what he is, a suit and tie, this walking suit, if you look it up, and look at when he was doing his university and his public boy today, he even pronounced and admitted he's never been with a working person. Doesn't even know what we are. So why the fuck would he do anything for us? Apart from patronise us, make pretty little fucking speeches, and then no doubt will get fucked off like the next fucking moron. And it frightens me. It fucking frightens me. Because I just said I paced him a little bit, because I don't even like Sir Starman, right? You know what I think about him. But what he said was right. It should have been up to us, and we deserve fucking better than this puppet, this ponce, this fucking robot. He had more emotion. In fact, the fucking exterminator had more emotion. Number 5 is alive, had more fucking emotion than this fucking robot. Fucking hell, fucking Robotop had more emotion. You see in the original Robotop when he's so in anger, he bangs his fist in the TV. But the millions are doing fucking Robotop. Listen to this fucking wanker. Honest, even he had more fucking emotion than this fucking android. But Sir Starman was right. It should have been us to make an election for us, the people, to pick who the fuck we want. But what can we do? What can we do? To fuck this moron off, right? To fuck him off eventually, because no doubt he'll just make pretty speeches and have a cup of tea with the king and whatever, right? And help the rich and undeserving, because he is rich and undeserving. And Sir fucking Starman and Labour, it's been announced this, that Labour could be the next one. So that's date, we get Sir Starman, we get another arsehole, we get rid of one arsehole, get another one. Date stuff. Fucking date. Date. So really, I'm pissed. I am fucking pissed off. I'm definitely fucking pissed. One idiot leaves, another idiot comes in, and not a single one of them did the fun. Not once did he turn around and say what he's going to do for us. Not once, apart from patronise us, talk like that, and then fuck off like a robot. A fucking robot had more emotion than this fucking arsehole. A fucking it when it's about to exterminate you has more emotion than this fucking android. But it is what it is. I'm not going to get pissed. It is what it fucking is at the moment. It just fucking rises me up. We're going through a financial crisis and we get a suit who's never been in poverty, never been a working man, never had a proper day's job in his life, talk down to us all like we're bunch of fucking kids, and think all he's got to do is make pretty speeches where the country's going to shit. It is what it is. Now, speaking of that anyway, about idiots, I've heard rumours, it could be true, it could be right, it could be wrong, that they're doing away with Bonfire Day. And they're thinking about banning Bonfire Day. You already know what I think about Bonfire Day. It's funny, right, that we have human rights in this country, right? We have human rights. We're celebrating something from the 16th century. A man who got taught trying to blow up Buxton Palace, is that right? Buxton Palace, House of Commons, which probably would have done us a favour when you think of all the knobheads what are running the country. And our dad is a terrorist. And we celebrate someone who's been tortured to death by letting noisy fucking rockets and fireworks. They look pretty when they go in the air, but you know what? I could get thorough. I can get die fire and watch the money go up in smoke. That's what you're doing. But you get these dickheads what think it's fun to let fucking rockets off and fire them to everybody and fucking fire rockets and disturb the peace. So in one way I'm kind of happy if that does happen. I am happy if bonfire day and they get rid of it. They get rid of it, but it's one of them, is it going to happen or is it not? They say things in the past and it never happens. It never fucking happens, apart from some noisy kids. It never happens. But it is what it is. So I'm hoping they do away with bonfire day. When you think about it, we're celebrating a man who's going to blow up Putnam Paris. He was going to blow up the House of Commons. He would have done us a fucking favour when you think about it now, when you've got a fucking robot running the country, a shoe, a Pons. He did not give a shit about us. Not by the shit. Not once did this fucking robot admit what he was going to do for us. She's Liz Truss made a few pretty speeches and she sounded a bit severe. And she did a cut and a tap so the taxes don't go up. This robot just patronised us and he spoke to us like that. Like we had a bunch of little boys and a bunch of little kiddies. Fuck off, Mr. Sonny. I already don't like you. I already think you're a ponce and I don't think you're definitely for us. You've never been with a working man. You don't even know what it's like to be a working Joe. Don't know. You're a fucking money man, a walking suit, a walking tie. There to make pretty speeches, with no doubt you're going to get fucked off, no doubt, but they fuck the country up. This country's going through a financial crisis and not once has this robot said what he's going to do. Pretty speeches. Pretty fucking speeches. But it is what it is. So yeah, I've heard rumours that they might be doing away with bonfire day. Whether it's true is a different story. There's a little bit of me who hope that happens because I don't like bonfire day. That explained to me about how can you say it's for kids when you got fucking throwing dickheads letting fireworks off, disturbing the peace, and you see so many kids going to a fucking burn unit in hospital. How many? How many? So at the moment, we're still going through a crisis and we're still going through this economical fucking shit. We've got a fucking robot running the country who no doubt will help the rich and undeserving. Because this one for Mr. Sonny, right? This one for you, the ex-checker. You've got more money, you and your fucking missus. You have got more fucking money than you can spend. So if after making these bitty speeches, you're going to stay in day and night and be hard working, why do you just fuss some of your money? Just to be tested, you've got more than you can spend. Why don't you get your wallet and your bank and give it to the working Joe like me and like every other person who is working in this country and people what need it and people out of poverty. This man has got more money, people, that he could fucking feed the homeless for fucking 8 days and even more. But then he's there talking down to us like with a bunch of little kids. I'm no kid, Mr. Sonny, Mr. Ex-Checker, Mr. our new fucking pity boy fucking Prime Minister. He's probably there to think it's just a job making pretty speeches and have a nice cup of tea with the king. You've got more money than you can spend, why don't you give it to the working Joe? And get us all out of this financial crisis, because you're a rich man. You're very rich to begin with. You and your wife are very rich. So if I've been talking down to us like we're a bunch of little kiddies, why don't you help us out of the financial crisis rather than patronise us? Because that speech, I meant to say, the other day, what I watched, was so fucking patronising, so fucking insulting that I feel like fucking getting a rope and fucking hanging my fucking self. I really do. I feel like putting a gun to my fucking head. So we get rid of abolish the dollies, thank fuck. I don't even believe how this died, abolish the dollies. You fuck this country and the door don't want to get faulted in the first place. Abolish, fuck off. Thank God you did fucking bow out. How the fuck can anybody want this moron to come back into power? How? I just said Look at two of the fucking rants I did when I said I do not want him back. So now we get another fucking moron. But it's early days. Maybe I'm pre-warned. I like to be pre-warned, but this guy, to me, comes across patronising, looks like he don't give a shit. I watched Near Fire, right? You know, Near Fire, the new font. And whether people like Near Fire or not, the ex-Prime Minister, that's his own YouTube channel like me, the good-looking one, what he says is spot on, that this fucking moron won't do a fucking thing to help us, because we're little people and he's a stuck-up ponce, and probably get fucked off, and then we get that other fucking dickhead, that other vermin, fucking Sir Starman. No Farrads, I meant to say his fucking name, I've got to fuck up names me, no Farrads, got it fucking spot on. Look up that channel, right? No Farrads. Whether you like him or hate him, what he fucking says about this fucking robot that took over the country, what he says is spot on. It's fucking spot on. But into then, don't know what we can fucking do. Just a bit fucking pissed off that we got a fucking patronising arsehole. I did not want him in. But there you go. I reckon eventually the Conservative will get fucked off. And then we'll get fucking arseholes like Labour. But there you go. But into them people, be smart, be safe. I'm happy for the ones who didn't vote the moron. But into them, see you later.